What's up, everyone? Big Kev back in the building. Today we've got one on the 50 differences between American and British English. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's check it out.
Okay, I'm going to show you 50 things, okay? 50 different things. I just want you to tell me what you see, how you call this thing that you're looking at, okay? Starting with this one. What do you see?
A purse.
Purse?
It's a handbag, I would say. What's in her
People call them
hand, the
handbags
green
here,
thing?
too.
A wallet.
That
Yeah.
actually is a purse, because it carries her money. This girl has some hair on her forehead. What do you call that?
Bangs.
Bangs.
Bangs? Fringe. Call it
Fringe? Isn't that the name of a sci-fi TV show?
a fringe. What's in the corner of the room?
A teddy
Crib.
bear.
What's the teddy bear in?
A crib.
A cot.
A cot. Why is that called a cot? That's a weird one. Okay, that's a weird difference. I never would have guessed that one.
What's the baby wearing?
The baby's wearing a diaper.
A diaper.
We call that a nappy. Where are these children?
A nappy's what you do when you're tired. Take a nappy.
In a nursery.
Yeah, what's another name for it?
Kindergarten.
Kindergarten. We don't say kindergarten, we say preschool or playgroup, something like that. What's this?
I never knew that one either.
Look closer.
An eraser.
Yeah, we call that a rubber.
We call rubber something much different here in America.
Rubber? Why is that funny? A rubber? What does a rubber mean to you?
Condom.
So this is a school and there are boys and girls in the class. So how would you describe what kind of school this is?
Co-ed.
We would just say mixed. It's like a mix.
I actually was going to say mixed. So, I mean, I do know co-ed, but that's not that big a difference.
School. This teacher, she's having a class and she wants to check that all the students are there. So she's going to do what?
Take attendance.
We would say she's taking the register. Do you say taking the register?
No.
Okay.
Never heard that one at all.
What's that?
Band-aid.
Plaster.
Plaster? Like what you put on the walls? Okay. It's so crazy how like there's so many similarities in our language, and then there's all these little weird differences where it just means something completely different. It's like, how did we veer off so far from one another with some of these word meanings when like the other 95 to 99% are the same?
What's she got on her face?
That-
A zit.
Or
A pimple.
we say spot, a spot, or we say spots. Like in England we say, oh, I've got a spot, or
I'd
I've got
say-
some spots.
I'd say, oh, I have a pimple or I have a zit.
Spot's what we call a dog.
These people are graduating from
College.
university.
I knew that one.
Okay, so you've left university now, you get a job, and you ask your boss for more money each month. What would you call that?
A raise.
A raise. We would say
Each month, you ask for more money.
a pay rise. Extra bonus marks to
Pay
anyone in the
rise.
comments who can tell me what Steuer means. These people are on holiday.
I never heard of the pay rise either.
What are they? What's the name that you could give to these people?
Vacationers.
Vacationers. Yeah, we would say holiday makers. What's this
I've heard of like them refer to going on holiday. I've never heard the term holiday makers though.
girl lying on?
A floaty.
A lilo. What are these?
Like Lilo and Stitch, a Lilo. I wouldn't mind some like the reasoning behind why some of these things are called the way they're called.
boys up to?
Having drinks.
I think one of them might be about to get married.
Bachelor party.
Yeah, we would say stag do.
Stag do? I've heard of stag party, but stag do? It's a weird one.
And the girls?
Bachelorette party.
Bachelorette party. We would say hen do.
And
One place these girls might go on their hen do is to this place. What's it called?
Tenerife.
Tenerife. Yeah, that's how the Spanish and Walter White says it.
Tenerife? Is anybody heard of Tenerife?
But in the UK, in England, we just say Tenerife. So the hens went to Tenerife. What if the stags went to this place? This is a Russian city. I think it's the capital.
Moscow.
Moscow. See, Americans say Moscow. We say Moscow.
We'd say cow. C-O-W, cow. Why would it be a Moscow?
Get out.
Get out.
The main account that you
yeah, that one's not that big a difference. I mean, people pronounce tomato, tomato. There's lots of little words that people pronounce differently, even here, from one another, depending on where you live or just who you are. how you were raised.
Have your salary paid into each month. What do you call it?
My checking account.
We say
Yeah.
current account. This man is wearing
Never heard of that
a
either.
Vest.
waistcoat. This is what we call a vest. What do you call this?
An undershirt.
An undershirt. Okay. What's this?
Oh, an undershirt, a vest.
A couch.
I'm surprised I haven't heard of more of these before. There's a lot. I mean, most of these I've never even heard, and I watch a lot of British TV and movies and TV shows. I feel like I haven't heard of like a lot of these terms bandied about.
I sometimes sit on that in my vest. We call that a settee. What's
Never heard of
this
that one
girl
either.
getting?
Shots.
Shots? She's far too young for that. She's getting a jab. She might be her meningitis jab or a tetanus jab or a MMR
I mean, that makes sense. I've never heard of it, but that makes that's not too far off.
jab, measles, mumps, rubella. We don't say shots. These are shots. What's this guy doing?
Those are shots for us too.
What's he doing?
That's what happens after shots.
Oh, throwing up.
Or, what, and do you have another word for it? I've heard this word on The Simpsons.
Barfing?
Barf. Anything else?
Puking.
Throwing up barf, yeah. We say chunder. Do you say chunder?
We do not say
I do not say. Although chunder does feel appropriate as like puking or barfing, and it feels like it falls right in line with those. But I've never heard chunder before.
chunder.
And then I just chundered everywhere.
What kind of store is this?
A liquor store.
A liquor store. We would just call that an off license or a alcohol shop. What's happening to McLovin here?
He's getting carded.
Carded. Does that mean you're asked to show your card?
Yes.
Okay, we say ID'd.
That one makes sense. That's pretty close. I mean, people ask for your ID here. They don't always, say you're getting carded. So
We say carded. We say
carded.
ID'd.
Hello, Mindy.
If you've seen the film, you will know that he does successfully get sold alcohol, and then shortly after, the shop gets raided, and some guy comes in, punches him in the face, and tries to take money from the...
Cash register.
This is a till.
Cash
I've heard that one
register.
What
I
do
hear
you have
people call that
stamped on the
here,
bottom
too.
of a beer can or a Coke can?
Expiration date.
What does the BB stand for?
Best Buy.
Best Buy. We would say best before. What's
that makes sense at least. I mean, I get that.
this?
Paper towel.
Kitchen roll. A place to buy these things.
I get that one too.
A drugstore.
Drugstore. We don't have drugstores, we have pharmacies or chemist.
That's weird calling it that you're going to the chemist instead of like the drugstore.
For example, Boots is a chemist or Saydaliya in Arabic. What is this?
Sandwich.
Hoagie.
It's long and thin and kind of circular. Do you have
Hoagie.
a special name for
Oh,
that?
a hoagie.
Hoagie. Do you really call them hoagies? We just call it a baguette.
That's a hoagie.
That's a hoagie. Okay. What's going on here?
See, I thought the baguette was just a roll. I didn't know it was the actual sandwich that you called that. I mean, because we have baguettes, but they're usually just rolls here.
It's being broiled.
Broiled. BROILED. What does that mean? We say grilled.
It's
This
so
is a
it's being
grill.
cooked on the top. So
Do you call this bit at the top the red
broiler.
bit? Do you call it a broiler?
a broil?
Yeah, because we have a different thing for grill. It doesn't have the top piece, so I get why we have a different term for it. Otherwise, I mean, it's just boiling it down a little more. Otherwise, you'd have to say for everything that you broil, you also grill that as well, and then everything you grill, you grill. Just giving it's two different things, so you're just giving a different name to it. So I get that.
Broiler.
We just call that a grill. What are these hanging?
Drapes.
Curtains. What's
I
this?
know that
A
one.
subway.
This
A lot of people call them curtains here too.
is an underground or a tube. Certainly in London it would be called a tube. Europe it would be metro.
I've heard that. I've heard tube and
But
underground.
we don't really use the term subway. Certainly not in the UK. Okay, so here's a question. This snow is falling, but it's too warm for the snow to stay on the road when it hits. So we could say the snow isn't...
Sticking.
Yeah, it's not sticking. We say it's not settling. So if it snows but it doesn't stay, it doesn't settle. What's this?
That makes sense, but I never heard of it before.
A bus.
We call that a coach. This guy has bought a plane ticket. It's going to take him there and back. What do you call this kind of ticket?
A round trip.
We'd call it a return. What is missing? Enter your
Oh, I've never heard that one before too either. Just a return.
something code and press enter. This is at the gas
Although it doesn't, the returns don't take into effect that you're also going there.
station or the petrol station, as we would say.
Your zip code.
We'd call it a postcode.
We also call it a petrol station, or we call it a gas station. Is that one on the list?
What's the punctuation at the end of this sentence?
An exclamation point.
Exclamation mark. What's this?
Oh yeah.
Question mark.
Oh shit, do you call it the same thing? What's this?
Quotation marks.
We say inverted commas.
Really? Inverted commas? I like quotation marks better. That sounds better.
What's this?
Colon.
Colon. We say colon. So that's like a pronunciation thing.
Yeah, there's another one. I like colon better. Colon. I've never heard that pronunciation of that before.
Colon, colon. Right? But you
Colon.
still spell it O-N at the end.
Yeah.
Not one of those. What's this?
We like to have lots of words that mean multiple things here.
Windshield.
Windshield. Yeah, we say windscreen.
Yeah, I don't think I'd call that a screen.
So this is a car and the headlights are on. They're on their highest setting. So what do you call that?
High beam.
High beam. We say full beam. What's this?
That makes sense.
Chocolate.
No, actually, it's not chocolate. Try again.
Debris.
We say debris. What would you call the takeaway that you
Debris.
get from the place which is called China?
Takeaway.
Yeah, but what's it called?
Chinese food.
Chinese or Chinese?
Chinese.
Which syllable do you put the emphasis on? The Chinese
I
or the
don't
Chinese?
remember.
Please answer in the comments because I'm really curious about this and apparently
Chinese?
we can't come to a conclusion here.
I say Chinese.
What's this?
A dumpster.
Skip.
A skip. That's a weird difference. I've never heard that one before.
What road are these people driving on?
Highway.
Motorway. Who are these guys?
The cops.
Police. What's this little fella?
A ladybug.
Ladybird.
Okay, that one's just wrong. I mean, come on. It's a bug. Why are you calling that a ladybird? That's not right. All right, so that was interesting to see some of the differences in, the English language and the British language. I'm surprised. I thought I was going to know more of them than I did. I mean, there was a lot there that I never even had heard of before at all. I mean, I know that there's some that are just about the same as what we use here, cops and police, and some were very, very different. The dumpster and a skip, I never would have thought. If you gave me a list of things that a dumpster was called in Britain, I never would have picked skip. I probably would have picked a bunch of the other options before going to that one. So I'll definitely it's always fun to learn about like how you differ for some of the other countries around the world. Until next time, have a good one.